All right, so we have a lot to talk about, and
We do have a lot
it's
to
gonna
talk
be
about.
it's gonna be good.
It's going to be a good
It's
show.
gonna be really good. Happy, we're not the deadline's over, and
It's a positive show
it's
today.
a positive show today. Dave Dombrowski made some absolute fantastic moves at the trade deadline.
Yes. I really like two of the moves that he made.
And
other
there were only
move
two.
is-
Yeah, the other move is whatever. It was
Yeah.
just a dump or whatever. But I mean, let's just jump right into it. Really, man.
Yeah.
Phillies getting John Duran from the Twins for Mick Abel and Eduardo Tait. Well, so this is what. So I actually did not know because we've been saying Tate for so long. It's
Yeah.
pronounced Tait,
Tight.
but now we know that it's Tait instead of Tate. So
Yeah. But
walk us through it, Duran.
so you get Duran.
You get the best damn closer available on the market.
Probably. I mean, I don't know if he was the best one available on the market since Mason
Mason
Miller moved.
Wheeler got dealt, but
But
he's one of the best on the market.
Yeah, he's definitely one of the best closers in all of Major League Baseball. Just regardless of who got moved at the deadline and who didn't, he's one of the best to come in the ninth inning, regardless of situation, just for any team.
And we
whatsoever.
saw that ninth inning,
Yeah.
that entrance. I mean, the first day he made that entrance on Friday night, the 40,000 plus people screaming and stuff when that happened. I mean,
That entrance was electric.
that's crazy. Like I don't think we've seen like electricity from a closer like this since Brad Lidge.
I was just about to say, yeah, since Lidge. I mean, Papelbon did have a nice little stretch there when he first got here. It's just that it really turned sour toward the end with Papelbon. And what was last year he was here? 2015?
Because Papelbon won it out.
Yeah.
So,
But, I mean, it's been a long time since we've seen someone to come in the ninth inning to have the type of stuff.
lights out stuff.
he has,
we
yeah.
haven't seen this in a while. I mean, we've gone through.
It's been at least 10 years. It's
Oh,
at
yeah.
least 10.
The amount of terrible closures we've had.
Right.
Romano, Kimbrel, Hector Neris.
It's crazy that you brought up Kimbrel. I forgot that he literally was. I mean, he didn't have that bad of a season overall. He just fell apart.
It was just
towards the end of the season.
It was just the playoffs.
He had nothing else. He just had nothing else to give.
It was really just the playoffs that really got into his head, and after that he wasn't the same.
I feel like he didn't have a good end of that season either.
Knievel was really bad.
Oh my goodness! Forgot Corey Knebel. Holy crap!
Knievel, Brandon Workman.
Yeah, Workman was
Oh
not
my
working.
God.
Workman was not working.
That COVID season was bad, man.
And it's just been a lot of bad closers.
It's really nice to get a closer this reliable, who you can trust going into the ninth inning and get a save.
Yeah.
It's not like we're having to pick and choose, like, we got to cross our fingers. Hopefully our heart isn't racing every single time we have to watch this team in the ninth inning now.
And now, because you have Duran, right, that means that you're basically, if you get to the seventh inning, you're going to be able to use the top three guys of your bullpen. And the top three guys of their bullpen have been pretty good the entire season. I know Strahm had a bit of a shaky outing the last time that he was out. And I mean, he has had some shaky outings so far this season, but for the most part, he's been very steady.
You got Strahm, you got Alvarado for the course of a couple of games in the regular season.
Yeah, for like 6 weeks.
For 6 weeks that you could use in the eighth inning, but then after that, you could use Kerkering in the eighth or Robertson. And then in the ninth, you got Durantula.
Now, how do you think they're going to use Alvarado now that he is? Because I think he was officially
once he does his rehab,
reinstated, right, today. But
he has to do rehab,
yeah.
So once his rehab is over, I don't know how they're going to use him. I mean, I'd assume they still use him as a high leverage guy in the eighth and ninth inning. As like if Duran isn't available, they can use Alvarado. They can use Alvarado to set up.
Right. I kind of have a similar feeling where they're just going to use him on days where other people aren't going to be available. So, maybe Strahm has gone back-to-back days against lefties, so you use Alvarado instead.
Yeah. I still think that they'll use him in high-leverage situations, but...
Yeah, like if it's, sixth inning or fifth inning, you got a couple runners on, instead of maybe going to Banks to face a left-hander in that situation,
Go
you
to
go to Alvarado now.
Alvarado, yeah.
Yeah. So I could definitely see them using him as kind of a stop, like a stopgap to get between people's off days, and also in early high
And
leverage
he's a free agent at the end of the year. If the Phillies can bring him back, like on a deal in the offseason, we could probably have one of the best setup groups in Major League Baseball.
Well, they would also have to retain Strahm though too, because I think Strahm is gone at the end of this year
Strom's
too.
done after the year as well. But
Yeah,
if you
so
have,
they would have to retain both of those guys.
if you have Alvarado, Kerkering, and Duran, I mean that's a sneaky good 7th, 8th, 9th inning right there.
Yeah, and I mean, you got, if you're able to keep all those guys, you got 2 left-handers that are really good and 2 right-handers that are really good. Like you can mix
That's
and match
exactly
however
what you need.
want. You can do basically whatever you want to with the rest of your bullpen after that.
And
Like,
Banks is still available to 29.
oh yeah, Banks is going to be here for a while.
We have Banks for a while.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that Ross, Romano.
Yeah, Ross,
And-
Romano, Strom will all be free agents after
Right.
the year. Walker will be a free agent. Actually,
No, I think he's got one more year.
Walker's next year, I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's next year.
Yeah.
Because I would have to imagine they're going to need to be able to use more than just 4 guys in the bullpen. Like, they're going to be able to, like, they're going to have to use more than just
They're going to have to
Banks,
use
Strom, Kerkering, and Duran. Like,
Duran.
you're going to have to use more than just those 4
and
guys.
then you're going to have to use Robertson.
Yeah, Robertson. I keep forgetting that he's back because he hasn't actually, like, come to pitch for the team yet. I keep forgetting that he's back. So, yeah, you'll have Robertson. So he'll be 5th. And then you can maybe use... I mean, as long as you got 5, I feel like outside of that, the only guys that are going to pitch are in lopsided games for the most part.
Dave Dombrowski said once they traded for Duran, they listed their back end guys. It was like Strom, Kerkering, and Duran, and they didn't include Romano in that list.
Right,
Which
means he's probably going to be...
He's lower leverage now.
Yeah, where, let's say it's 5th inning and Rangers at like 87 or 88 pitches or something like that, because we've seen that happen before. And you need to pull him because he clearly doesn't have his best stuff. Maybe I could see Romano coming in that type of situation, but you're not going to see him probably at all during the playoffs. I figure that for the rest of this season, he's probably just going to be a regular season guy. Like, I don't really think you're going to see much of him
it
during
just
the playoff
depends
situation.
like how the playoff scores are. Like if they're blowing the team out in
I wouldn't really be thinking, though.
in a
that,
2-1 series lead, they could use Romano for an inning or two maybe.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, it probably won't matter who you throw out there, though. So that could be Romano, that could be whoever is even in this bullpen when it comes to, like that could be Lazar, that could be whoever is,
Yeah, Max Lazar's
here.
had some pretty decent stuff here with us so far.
Yeah, he hasn't been absolutely, like, he hasn't been terrible or anything. He's been serviceable, But one of the guys that it would be nice to maybe see step up a little bit would be Luzardo. Because, I mean, I know he had a relatively good start last night. Only gave up the 3 runs. Granted, they were 2 home runs. So if you're really going to move him to the bullpen, it's not like you really want to see him giving up home runs.
You just got to figure out how he's going to be able to work out of the stretch, because that's the hardest part for him right now. I don't want him going into a high leverage spot where there's runners on base and he has to pitch out of the stretch.
And right now, he's probably slotted as the guy that's going to move to the bullpen.
Yeah, that's his weakness right now, is pitching out of the stretch.
Unless Ranger collapses through the rest of the season, which, I mean, hopefully that doesn't happen. I don't really think he's going to completely collapse. I mean, you might see a dip in his numbers just a little bit, overall, just because we're towards the end of the season. He's over his innings, that he's past his max innings limit already, that he's already pitched. So you could see some drop off, I would imagine, from Ranger, but I don't really think that it's going to be like a total collapse like it was last year, because he's not dealing with all those injuries. He should be healthy now. You're not expecting him to have a complete collapse or a fall off like it was last year. So if you could see Luzardo step up to really be able to look like he can be dominant coming into an inning, then you've got as many people as you need for the bullpen, and you don't really have to worry about them for the entire rest of the playoffs, I feel like. All of a sudden, the bullpen is not the issue anymore. It's just who plays the outfield. And with the Bader trade, you got definitely an upgrade over Johan Rojas. And it's very weird.
Possibly getting Max Kepler out of Philadelphia.
Possibly, if you call up Justin Crawford.
After they said, I believe it was either Dave Dombrowski or Rob Thompson. They said on Friday they're gonna evaluate
over the next 6 days.
Over what the 6 games, how Kepler and whatever does, and if they need to make changes, they have to make changes. So I'm assuming the change would be Kepler going and Crawford up.
Now, I think if Crawford does get called up, he's probably gonna be playing left field, which is strange because isn't he supposed to be like the center fielder of the future?
Either left fielder or center field. I guess they might just have to platoon or what, but I think they would more likely put Harrison Bader in center field.
Well, they're definitely not going to call him up to platoon. I mean, I wouldn't call him up unless you plan on playing him every day. Well, there's no point in calling him up just so he can be the right-handed hitter.
I don't know how he's going to favor
right?
over the. I don't know if it's going to be like getting Max Kepler out of here. I don't know how that's going to work, but
only reason I say that he's probably going to be in left field is because for the Iron Pigs yesterday, Rojas was starting in center and Crawford was starting in left field, which seems weird.
I guess center field is technically Rojas's primary.
Yeah, but if you view Justin Crawford as like the guy for the future, then why not move Rojas just to left field for the
I guess they have like...
It just seems weird to me.
I guess they have... You could use his speed to play anywhere in the outfield. I mean, he'd be able to track the ball down anywhere he's at, so...
He could definitely play left field, I'm sure, just as fine as he could center field, but if he's,
it's different when you're playing Max Kepler in left field versus center field. He's not going to be able to get any balls.
No. Crawford should be able to get to any ball, whether it's in center field or left field. Like, it's not really... It's just, if he's like the guy that's the defensive guy, wouldn't you stick him in center? I mean, I understand Bader's also a defensive guy.
Yeah, they're both defensive. I don't know how they'll do it. I don't know if they're going to do left and center, if they're going to split or whatever it is. But speaking of Bader, do you want to get on to the Harrison Bader trade?
Yeah, so let's get on this Harrison Bader trade. Oh, yeah, we didn't really mention Abel and Tait too much.
Oh, yeah, so we should talk about Abel and Tait. Well, we obviously know
we know Abel. I mean... He had the really good couple of first starts. He lost his command, went down to the minors.
Was giving up home runs, walking people. So
I don't know.
He had a good start in his first AAA start with the Twins. He went 5 scoreless.
Okay.
Had a couple strikeouts. So his AAA looking really good. But I don't see him being anything as like a 3-4 starter.
Yeah, well, that's future. So it looks like from basically like the most evaluations or evaluators, if you look on like MLB.com or Baseball Reference, a lot of people think that he projects out as like a high-end 3 or a low-end 2 as like his ceiling, for like what he could be. And even though he is 23, he does still have a lot basically to learn. He still needs to develop some of his secondary pitches. He still needs to work on his command a little bit. So they don't really think, they think that he could pitch in the majors technically this year with the Twins.
I mean, he has pitched in the majors, obviously,
but a lot of people think that the Twins are just going to keep him down in AAA for the rest of the year, and they'll call him up just as the beginning of the year next season.
Just to work on his stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, the Twins have nothing to play for. They traded 10 players away from their roster.
And there's no point in the Twins calling this kid up to just get shelled.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what's going to happen to him.
Duran, Bader, Castro.
Jax.
Yeah, Jax, Coulomb, Stewart, Brock Stewart.
Yep. And I want to say someone else. Wasn't there 9 people that got traded? Oh, yeah, Correa.
Correa got traded. Buxton did not get traded.
No. I'm not entirely sure who the other guys are, but I think it was 9 people in total that got traded.
Yeah, it was 10 people.
Oh, 10 people in total.
10 people got traded from the 26-man roster, so they had to call up a bunch of people from AAA.
And the fact that, Abel was not one of them is maybe a little bit telling, but... I'm not really too concerned with the Phillies losing him. And also in Eduardo Tait, I'm not entirely too concerned in losing him. A lot of evaluators do see that he could be a future starting everyday catcher, and he could potentially be one of the better catchers in all of baseball, some people think. But he's still only 19 years old.
He's still got a long way to go.
And even the earliest projections for when he's going to make the majors is 2028. That's
exactly,
too long out.
2.5 years, dude. You can't.
Yeah. So
with JT behind there.
I don't really. It's not like you were really factoring in Tait to your short-term plans, and I mean, it's not like he was going to be ready by the time JT's going to be leaving here anyway. Because you figure, all right, maybe if JT resigns, it'll be for 2 years, and then that'll be 2027. You still got to wait another year before Tait is at his earliest projection going to be ready to come up.
I think it's a great trade because the Twins were asking for Painter as the starting point, and the fact that we were able to keep our top 3 prospects for a lights out closer that we can be confident about, I think it's a perfect trade, and I think it's pretty good for the Twins too. I mean, I think Abel can be a reliable starter, like we said. Tait,
it's not going to be bad for the Twins by any stretch.
No, it's like unless like Abel continues to have a terrible fall off and Tait never makes it, but
like the Twins will 100% at least get MLB talent from that trade. You know, there are definitely other trades that they made where they might not be getting any MLB talent, like the Harrison Bader trade.
Yeah, we don't know what the Twins will get out of a Bader trade, but we'll talk about that now.
The main guy that they gave up, or the highest ranked, the Phillies did, was Hendry Mendez. So Hendry Mendez, I believe, was in either double or single A for most of the season. And evaluators seem to think that he's one of these in-between outfielders that this is one evaluator called him. And he means that in the way of he doesn't have enough pop to play left field or right field, and then doesn't have the speed or the range to play defensively in center field. So he's an outfielder that doesn't really have a defined position, really. So based off of that fact, I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, he has like a 830 OPS. He spent the entire season in Reading.
Okay, in Reading. So that's double A, right?
Yeah.
Reading? Yeah. So how many home runs does he have?
Only 9.
Yeah, he's only got 9.
He's batting 300 though.
Yeah. I mean, there wasn't any knock on his contact ability. It was just the fact that they don't really think that he has the speed to play center or the defensive chops to play center. But he also doesn't really have the power bat to really stick out as a corner outfielder either. So whether or not that means he gets moved to another position, maybe somewhere in the infield, or if he's just going to be, one of those guys that gets stuck out in left field or right field that doesn't really hit home runs. I mean, there's plenty of guys that are in the majors that play left and right that don't really hit home runs, but they're not really impactful players, So I don't want to say that he's not going to be, but at this point...
He's still a double-A player.
Yeah, and he's, I believe, already 21?
21.
Yeah, so he's 21, he's in double-A. Probably going to be at least another year, maybe 2 years before he makes any type of move for the majors. So,
and then the pitcher they got's only 16.
Yeah, and I have no idea what to say about him.
Yeah, no.
I mean, he's
because he was
pitching
only
rookie ball, Dominican Republic League.
You still think he has maybe 5 to 6 years?
He might have 7 to 8 potentially. Like
yeah, it just depends. Who knows?
And I don't even know if he could be a starter. He could be a reliever.
Yeah, I don't know
be
who.
So
what he's going to be in the future. So,
I mean, he does have some pretty solid stats in the Dominican Republic League. So I can see the upside that's there without seeing him actually pitch just by looking at his stats. So he's not going to be anyone where it's like, oh, they traded him away for nothing. I just don't think that there was any reason to really hold on to him, because who knows what the team is going to look like by the time he's going to be ready to called up in the first place.
Exactly.
You have basically 2 guys that are going to be here.
He has such a long way to go.
And that would be Harper and Turner, who are going to be into their mid to late 30s at that point. So, there's no harm in trading him away. So if you're able to do that, where you're able to trade away probably a non-impactful MLB player and some guy that's not going to be ready for another 6 to 7 years for someone that's going to take Rojas's spot in this, on this
That's
depth
what
chart,
we need, dude. That's what we need.
that's a quality move.
Yeah.
It's not like a earth-shattering move by any means. But it's definitely
he's average hitter.
Yeah.
I mean, you weren't really gonna find like the best bat without giving up like
no.
the insane amount of prospects that teams wanted. Like,
it would have been nice to see them get Laureano, but seeing what San Diego had to give up to get him, I just don't really think that the Phillies were going to be able to make an offer that was even going to match.
And San Diego absolutely destroyed their farm system. This trade deadline.
They absolutely sold basically everything to go all in. I mean,
and they've done this 3 years ago with Soto.
Yeah, and they traded away their number 3 overall prospect in baseball is like an 18-year-old kid.
Yeah, number 3 prospect in baseball.
Like, that's crazy. The fact that you traded that
I think
away.
The Athletics easily won this trade.
Oh, 100%, dude. The time that those guys are going to be ready to call up, the new stadium's going to be ready.
Exactly.
So you're going to have all this new talent coming in with this young, exciting core in that new stadium. Oakland definitely won this trade, I think, long term. Even with all the moves they made, I don't think that they win a World Series this year.
They didn't even win when they went all in for Soto.
Yeah.
And look how it's turned out for Washington. I mean, Washington has definitely gotten like the better players out of it. I mean, you've gotten 3 All-Stars out of Soto.
Yeah, you got Gore, you got Abrams, and the catcher.
Wood.
Oh wait, Wood.
And you got Wood.
The catcher they got from the Dodgers in the Trey Turner trade.
Yeah, he wasn't that. He's all right at best, but
I mean, hey, he can rake. Ruiz. He can frickin'.
They got 3 All-Stars for Soto, and they didn't win anything with Soto, and then they ended up trading Soto to the Yankees.
Yeah.
So
and Soto didn't do anything with the Yankees, and now he's with the Mets.
And
so I think I saw recently he has not been doing too well ever since he came back from the little ankle injury.
He had a pretty good month of June, but that's about it so far for Soto.
And then let's move on to our last trade here, just because I just want to mention it. Not because it's really anything significant, but they get Matt Manning from the Tigers. Matt Manning, former top 100 prospect. Think he was as high as number 3 per MLB.com rankings at one point.
Honestly, this trade is just it's a whatever, really.
Yeah, I mean, I am a little bit mad with who they gave up. Now, the guy they gave up is a guy by the name of Josué Quinones. Now, this is a guy who signed during the international signing period, I believe, last year. And the reason why I don't like this is because the other teams that wanted to sign him during the international signing period are all teams that, if you look at who they've signed in international prospects, have all really panned out. The Astros, the Rays, the Mariners, and the Dodgers were all in on this kid. Now, the Phillies ended up signing him. They ended up getting him. But he's had a pretty solid year in Dominican Republic League. He's hitting over 320, I think, batting average.
Right now,
I think he's got 2 home runs.
Right now in Dominican Republic League, he has 2 home runs.
Yeah, so he's not a power guy.
270 average, 730 OPS, so just average, basically.
Oh, wait, it's only 270 average?
Yeah, 270 average.
What was I looking at that was over 320? Was that OBP?
His OBP is 386.
Okay, that's what I was looking at. That was really high. I was like, holy crap, that's really high. But, so I don't know if that means he walks a lot or if he's just able to beat out ground balls. He seems like he makes good bat-to-ball skills. He doesn't have a lot of strikeouts. He's only 18, so I understand he's definitely a long way away from the major leagues. I'm just mad that they gave up a kid that looks like he actually has some real talent. Like some real potential to be talented.
Once again, he's 18 years old,
right?
And you got outfielders galore for
it's
years to come. Who knows what?
You basically traded him away for a guy that's not even going to be on the Phillies. Basically, he's in.
Yeah, it depends. It's just
Manning's in Single A Clearwater.
Basically,
right
just
now.
a minor league. I think he's been injured the past couple of years, so it's basically just a minor leaguer for a minor leaguer.
But yeah, I mean, not too much to say other than that. I mean, it just stinks that they gave up a kid with some actual promise.
Those were the 3 trades.
Yes.
So I want to do a little grading here.
Okay.
What do you give Dave Dombrowski's grading for the trade deadline?
I'm going to give him a B+.
B plus.
Yeah. Not going to give him an A because he didn't do anything that like the Mariners did. Mariners definitely get an A.
Mariners.
San Diego definitely
get
gets
an
an A, probably.
San Diego gets an A for now. But
Yeah, for now. Up until we see how all those prospects they traded away work out in the future.
If San Diego like collapses or whatever, it's gonna be an easy fail for them.
Right, but for right now, I'm grading them as an A.
Yeah, I'd give Dave Dombrowski an A minus.
An A minus?
Yeah.
Okay, I can see an A minus.
Mariners really good. Got the best hitter. Got literally the 2 best infielders on the market.
And shored up the bullpen too.
Yeah.
By getting a left-handed reliever that they needed because they didn't have anyone left-handed out of the bullpen other than Spire.
You got rid of Brandon Williamson.
Yeah. And I'm not too worried about that. I mean, he was like the 20th ranked prospect, I believe.
The Mets made a freaking plethora of moves too. They got Rogers, Helsley.
Yeah, they made a lot of bullpen moves.
Mullins.
Yeah, I forgot they got Mullins too.
They didn't get any starters, and that definitely showed with the situation last night, as the Mets starters, no Mets starters have gone past the 6th inning besides David Peterson in like the past 2 months I read.
I mean, if you look at all their starters, they're all having career years. It's not like if you look at the back of their baseball
they're
card.
having, like, their starters cannot go far than the bullpen.
No.
Their pitching is keeping them down, really, and, I mean, they definitely upgraded with their pitching, but...
I mean, they do have, I would say, a pretty solid bullpen now, though.
Yeah, they have one of the better 7th, 8th, 9th inning now because you have Rogers, who can fool hitters easily. Helsley throws 100. Then you have Diaz, but Diaz has been sketchy.
Well, Diaz just hasn't been. He's been
up and down a lot.
Yeah. And
Diaz has been really sketchy ever since he came to New York.
Yeah, that's kind of just been how he is. But you can't deny the stuff that he has, like how
he has good stuff. But sometimes, we've obviously beat up on him a couple of times. So.
Oh yeah, Phillies have been able to kind of have his number the entire time that I feel like that he's been in a Mets uniform outside of really a couple of games. So I'm not too worried about the fact that they do have Diaz because it seems like the Phillies are usually able to at least get something off.
It's always like 50-50 with Diaz.
Yeah.
Like he'll go 1, 2, 3, or the Phillies will be able to jump on him for a couple of hits, walks, or runs.
I mean, he's very, very much reminds me of Papelbon, where all right, he could come in and he could strike all 3 of you guys out in like 11 to 12 pitches, or he could come in and give up 3 runs. It's very like
they're
very comparable in that like aspect. Like Papelbon had the stuff, he had the pitches where you knew if he was on, you had basically no shot. But if he wasn't on, you could take him yard, you could get 4 or 5 hits in a row off of him.
You could get some if he's not getting his command down.
Right, you could force him a couple of walks. Diaz, I feel like, is the exact same type of way. So even though they do have a good closer, it's not really someone that I'm too extremely worried about.
We've seen him a ton of times. It's not like we're going to be seeing Rogers and Helsley now.
Right.
So, and at least they're rentals. Both of them are rentals. And the thing that Dave Dombrowski wanted was getting someone under control, which he obviously did and did a great job at it. So,
and only thing is that Rogers has really good numbers against the Phillies.
That's the thing, yeah.
Because of that submarine
he has
style
that submarine delivery, and
delivery.
It's hard to see the ball coming out that way.
Yeah, the Phillies just can't. They just can't pick it up. So hopefully, during the regular season, they're gonna see him because I think they have 2 more series against the Mets.
2 more series against the Mets.
So hopefully, you're probably gonna see him 4 more times at least.
Probably, because they've 7 games versus the Mets.
Right. So
unless all the games are blowouts, but
yeah. But I mean, you're hoping that
I highly doubt that.
If you're able to see him during the regular season, maybe the last 2 times you see him or that last time you see him, you're able to actually start picking the ball up off of him.
And then if we rematch with them in the postseason, then
that's
when we see him more
overmatched.
Exactly.
Yeah. As long as you can give yourself a fighting chance to, not just have 3 straight outs whenever Rogers comes into the game. Because that's kind of what it's been every time the Phillies have faced Rogers.
Yeah, but they've only seen him like once or 2 times a year.
Right, because he's been out in San Francisco. Hopefully now
Since
with
now
a
he's
little
coming
more
to a division rival,
familiarity,
it's gonna be completely different now.
right, they'll be able to pick it up easier and recognize the ball coming out of the hand and actually do some damage, or at least be able to string together something where it doesn't look like they're completely overmatched at the plate against this guy.
Yeah. So
let's speak about that game last night.
yeah, let's do it. Because that was a total beatdown of the Orioles.
It was a complete beatdown of the Orioles. And with the win, that now brings Phillies' record to, I believe, 9-7 since the All-Star break. And I believe
3-1 since the deadline.
Yeah, 3-1 since the deadline. And they actually have the second most series wins in all of baseball. And if they win tonight, would be tied for first with, I believe, the Brewers.
Yeah, because the Brewers have the best record in baseball.
Yeah, surprisingly. Because they don't really get a lot of respect, I feel like, the Brewers.
They don't.
And that's because they don't really have the names. Like, they don't have, like, the marquee household names or anything yet. I mean, a lot of the guys
Not
that
really,
they have are young and on their way to being those
and then
household names.
You have those veterans like Christian Yelich.
Right, who are just, they've been there, done that for, this is Yelich's, 15th season, I feel like.
He's been in the league for a long time, but I feel like this is Yelich's, 8th season with Milwaukee?
Yeah. And, I mean, he had, at least 5 or 6 with Miami.
Yeah, so this is
before.
his 13th season, 12th season, probably.
Yeah, so, he's definitely someone that is able to provide the veteran leadership, but they've got a lot of good pieces over there in Milwaukee. So even though you don't hear too much about them, they're not like any slouch of a team. I just don't know if the offense, as it always is with Milwaukee, is going to be able to produce enough to get them to where they want to go in the World Series.
I feel like they always somehow find a way to collapse in the postseason. Last year, they ended up blowing the game and giving the home run to Alonso.
Yep.
They ended up getting swept by the Diamondbacks. They couldn't beat the Braves. They lost in 2022. They lost a crucial series to the Marlins. In 2020, they got swept by the Dodgers. In 2019, Trent Grisham couldn't field the ball. So
the exits that they've made in the postseason have been very unceremonious, to say so myself. They haven't really looked like the same team when they're in the regular season as they are in the postseason.
They don't, yeah, because I feel like they always dominate in the regular season.
Well, in the regular season, they do dominate for the most part, but I feel like that's usually in most part because of their pitching.
They have a pretty good pitching staff. I mean, Woodruff's always injured, but I feel like he's on his game when he's healthy.
Yeah, and I mean, you can, I guess, say the same about the Phillies a little bit this season, how we've been dominating because of our pitching, but at least we have guys in our lineup that most people around the league would put a lot of faith in to come through.
That gets me.
I don't know if the Brewers do.
That gets me started on Christopher Sanchez, who I think Zach Wheeler has had a couple of bad starts, but I mean he's still there.
Yeah, I mean he's Wheeler.
He's Wheeler. Like
you figure he's going to get it together at some point.
Definitely, yeah. But I really think Christopher Sanchez has a definite case to be a Cy Young finalist. We've been saying this for weeks now.
Yeah.
I think he still has a chance. I mean,
I think he honestly has a better chance than
Paul Skeens or Wheeler.
Than Wheeler at this point.
Yeah, with the way, dude, 8 scoreless innings against the Tigers, Sunday Night Baseball on 84 pitches. Like
definitely could have went out there for the 9th too.
Definitely, yeah. But people wanted to see the
people want to see.
That's like Greg Maddux shit right there.
Oh yeah, no, everyone wants to see it. But,
100%. I mean, I would want to see it too.
I mean, that would have been his second complete game shutout of the year, though.
Yeah,
so which
it
is
does crazy.
Stink that you took that.
They're
away
both
from
against
him.
good teams, the Red Sox and the Tigers.
It's not like he was doing this against the Athletics and the Marlins, or like the Rockies and the White Sox.
And Skeens ended up giving up 5 runs at Coors Field. I get it, it's Coors Field, but still, dude, you're a Cy Young caliber pitcher. Those things don't happen.
Yeah, I mean,
if you're giving up a home run to Mickey Moniak.
I mean, hey, everyone's got bad games.
Yeah,
so
I
you
know.
can't expect everyone.
I mean, Christopher had a
to,
bad game
you know,
against the White Sox.
right, where he gave up 4
But,
over.
I mean, he isn't slowing down anytime soon.
No. And if he's able to continue to pitch how he is, he's definitely the number 2 for the playoff rotation, I would feel, right now.
Yeah, because you're going to open up with Wheeler, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you're going to use Christopher. So you have that 1-2 punch right there. And then...
It depends on how Nola is when he comes back.
Yeah, because I don't know if they're going to do Game 3 for Nola or Game 4 for Nola or Game 3 for Ranger.
I think it'll also depend on where the games are taking place. You know, like
if we're the away team for Game 3 or we're the home
Right.
team for Game 3, it just depends.
like
Because Nola dominates at home during the playoffs.
yeah, and Sanchez pitches really, really good at home all the time. His road numbers aren't as good as his home numbers, so I don't know if you want to potentially maybe move one of the guys around to maybe make sure that Sanchez is the starter in a home game, depending upon the series and, you know, who they're playing. But
Because Ranger has had success on the road.
yeah, Rangers had success
Pretty much anywhere.
basically all his playoff career. Ranger has had success. He doesn't really seem to be fazed by any of the moments. He is usually on top of it and kind of brings like that extra gear when it comes to the playoffs. So I wouldn't be worried about throwing him in if it's game 2 and you're in an away series and, you know, you want to save Sanchez and Nola for pitching at home.
That's fine by me.
That's passable for me. Yeah. So it is interesting to see how they are going to use, you know, this starting rotation, though, for the playoffs once we actually get there. So that'll definitely be something we're going to have to keep our eye on.
Especially with Luzardo, too.
Yeah. I would imagine he's the one that gets sent to the bullpen right now, but
You just got to see how he pitches.
yeah,
out
I
of
mean,
the
anything
stretch,
could change.
because
So
the stretch point is his weakness right now at the moment.
yeah, and if you're going to be a bullpen arm, you kind of want to be able to have some faith that I can bring you in and you're not going to completely give up everything we worked for if you have to go to the stretch.
Exactly. I'm not going to have him in a high leverage situation if he can't pitch out of the stretch and starts giving up homers like crazy.
And then we should also talk about all of the home runs that the Phillies hit last night. Total of
Yes,
6
sir.
home runs.
We got a home run from Bryce. We got a home run from Weston. We had a
Yep.
home run from Amundo.
Yep. Home run from Bader.
Bader as his first hit in a Phillies uniform.
Yep.
So that's a pretty good way to show yourself off.
And then you had the 2 from Schwarber.
2 from Schwarber.
So total of 6 home runs on the night. You got 6 RBIs from one guy.
From Schwarber, yep. And hear me out. I think he has a chance to win National League MVP.
He definitely has a chance to win MVP.
He has a chance to win it.
Now,
It's gonna be neck and neck with him and Ohtani.
and then who else is even in that race with them, or is it just a 2-horse race at this point?
Crow Armstrong, but I
Pete
think
Crow Armstrong.
I think it's gonna be a 2-header race. I mean,
What's Pete Crow Armstrong's WAR?
when you look at the numbers from Ohtani and Schwarber, the numbers are pretty similar. Ohtani 4.8 WAR, Schwarber 4. The games doesn't matter. Plate appearances really don't matter. Shohei has 12 more hits. Schwarber leads the National League in homers and RBIs with 40 and 94. Stolen bases, Ohtani has 5 more than Schwarber. Batting average, Schwarber is 258 and Shohei is 274. OBP, Schwarber at 382, Ohtani at 378. Then slugging, OPS and OPS plus are all single digits comparison. Shohei's at 600, Schwarber at 593, OPS at 978 for Shohei, and 974 for Schwarber, and OPS plus 171 for Shohei and 162 for Kyle. And then also Kyle has the All-Star Game MVP as well.
Now, the thing that he definitely really has working for him is the fact that he is basically on pace to have the same numbers that Ryan Howard had during his 2006 MVP
he's supposed
season.
to match Ryan Howard's 58 homers.
Yeah, and if he goes over that, I mean, if he gets to 60 home runs, if he goes over that 58, I feel like that's a lock right there for MVP.
I think
just
so,
by the
yeah.
fact he hit 60 home runs.
Exactly. I mean, Ohtani has the power to hit 62, but I don't know. I think it'll really be neck and neck.
Well, he's got what, a whole 2 months to get
He's got 2 months to get
20 more home runs.
20 more homers.
So that's not outside of the realm of possibility.
I mean, if he keeps up the pace he's currently at, he currently has 9 home runs after the All-Star break.
Right, and a total of what,
2.5.
16 games?
Yeah.
So 16 games. You take that up until the end of the season.
But about what, 60 more games left in the season?
Right. So if he's hitting 9 and 16, well, then 16, 16, 16, 16. Now you're at 60. He's up at close to 65 home runs.
Which I think is a long shot, but hey.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to keep up that pace.
There's a chance that he could definitely get to the big pieces 58.
Oh, yeah. I could definitely see him tying it or even breaking it. And I could see him getting to 60, but I don't know if I feel like if you're going anything over 60, you're starting to get to, like, wow, he would really have to, like, even pick it up more than what he's at right now.
Yeah.
And which I don't really know if that's possible. I mean, I guess it's always possible, but I don't know if it's very likely for him to be better than what he is right now, because he's freaking incredible right now. So, with how he's been, you would expect that as long as the Phillies keep winning, he keeps doing what he's doing.
And that's got to be their main priority in the offseason.
He'll at least finished second in MVP voting.
Yeah, he'll finish as a finalist. We know that.
Yeah, at least.
I mean, he'll definitely be getting a blank check from, I hope, the Phillies in the offseason.
I mean, from everything that everyone has said, it all kind of points to the fact that Schwarber's going to be here next year.
I'm hoping so, yeah.
I hope so as well. And I think that the Phillies... I think John Middleton will basically do whatever is necessary to keep him here.
Yeah, Middleton and Dombrowski, I think that's like their main focal point.
Yeah, is going to be keeping Kyle Schwarber.
Even if they win the World Series, I still think he stays.
Oh, yeah. No matter what the outcome of this season is, Kyle Schwarber is probably going to retire a Philadelphia Philly.
I hope so, yeah.
I mean, that's what it seems like it's shaping up to be, because he's, 33 now? You're probably going to give him a 4-year contract. He's going to be 37 to 38 at the end of that deal.
And still going to be a primary DH only, so...
Right, so...
I mean, he could go maybe on another team on a 1 to 2 year contract and just DH until he's 40, but...
Potentially. But, I mean, I don't know what his plans are for his own future. Like, who knows if he wants to go until he's 40. He might just want to go one more contract.
Yeah, who knows if he wants to retire after this contract or whatever. So
yeah, but as long as he's going to continue to perform how he has been, the Phillies are going to continue to keep paying that man.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And then you want to switch over to the Eagles?
Yeah, let's do this now because we got some training camp and preseason coming up soon. We'll wrap up with some football.
Literally 2 days, man.
Yeah,
2 days for the first preseason game.
We got the first game.
Quick, any starters?
Any starters?
Will any starters play?
Any starters? I mean, we might see a couple defensive starters. I don't think we might get the main offense for a series, and that's it.
I don't think in week 1. I don't think you're going to see any starters this week.
Yeah, I don't think you might see maybe a couple starters for maybe a couple snaps, and that's about it. The public practice on Sunday night at the Link, I saw an Instagram post. They're expected 60,000 people.
I mean, people always show up to watch the public practice.
But this is crazy. I don't think the public practice, I don't think has ever gotten more than 20,000. We got 60,000 people showing up to the public practice.
Well, I don't know.
That's insane.
I also don't know if there's been restrictions on how many people have been allowed in since the whole COVID thing. I don't know if they've been capping it at a certain amount of people, and
I don't think so. COVID's way over.
I know, but it did really change everything about how the media operates with players and how players interact with there's no open practice anymore, other than the one day. It used to be you could go watch practice every day if you wanted to.
You could go to NovaCare, yeah.
But you don't have that same accessibility anymore, all because of what happened.
I still think it's
COVID
crazy
thing.
that they're getting 60,000 people for a public practice. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty insane.
Well, they're going to get a playoff atmosphere. We know that.
Yeah, I mean, 60,000 people for a practice is a lot of people just showing up for practice. But I also feel like it's kind of the same like that for a lot of different places with football. Like last week they were talking about how at Washington they had a open practice and they had like 20 something thousand people show up to watch them, or like
I know, yeah, but
So-
we obviously we the reigning Super Bowl champions.
yeah. So you're definitely going to get more people
Definitely
that
gonna
would
get
come
way
out
more
than
people, yeah.
normal. But
And obviously the link's gonna be packed all season.
oh yeah, it's not really anything that's like shocking though that there's that many people
Yeah,
going
nah.
out to support. I mean, that seems pretty spot on, like in my opinion. Like, yeah, 60,000 Eagles fans are going to show up to watch them practice. That sounds about right. It sounds like Eagles fans. Like, so it's not really like it's too surprising, but that shouldn't make it any less, I guess, impressive. You know, the fact that it's not surprising, it's very impressive that there's 60,000 fans that are willing to just go out and watch a practice. Now, that number is going to be hard to reach for a lot of other teams, no matter who the team is or what the sport is. If you're just getting 60,000 people to come out to watch you practice, you got a pretty good product you must be putting on for the people to come out and just watch you practice. So that is very good, obviously, for the moneymakers of the Eagles, but also for the prospects.
Also for the fans too.
Yeah. And for the fact that, hey, a lot of these guys are going to get a chance to see these guys for the first time. A lot of the young
Exactly,
guys,
yeah.
like Campbell and, Makuba and Trotter Jr. I'm sure plenty of people didn't see him last year that were going to go to see him this year.
And then some people get to see the new guys they got. Like,
Yeah. So, I mean, people are going to be taking a look on, Dory Jackson, Uche, Ojolari, the new guys that they brought in, plus the young guys.
And then obviously you got your main guys like Hurts and
Right.
Saquon.
And then you got your position battles like, Jackson and Ringo, who's going to be the starting corner. Is it going to be the new guy that they just traded for, Jacorian Bennett?
Yeah, now you want to talk about that because they made a trade last night.
So the Eagles traded Thomas Booker IV, defensive tackle, for Jacorian Bennett, who is a cornerback, well, formerly for the Las Vegas Raiders, now for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I looked at his Pro Football Focus from last year, and he seems to just be kind of an average guy.
I did see like Nick Sirianni or whoever tweeted it or whatever just said it was Nick Sirianni said it was just for a death piece.
Yeah,
So,
I mean,
nothing really special out of this trade, really.
I don't think it's going to be someone that's going to be battling for the second cornerback's position. Like, I don't think it's going to be someone that's battling for the outside corner spot. But
We'll see him in preseason. Obviously, he'll definitely
Yeah.
get some snaps.
I imagine he'll probably play special teams. I mean, it seems like it would be weird if you were going to trade for him and then he wasn't going to, feature at all on this team. So I would have to think you're going to see him in, special teams at some point or certain packages that the Eagles want to run. But he doesn't really seem like he's going to be someone that's high up on the depth chart, Probably going to be fourth cornerback.
Yeah, because if you got already, because I heard today from John Clark that Keely Ringo was getting first team reps.
Mm-hmm. So him and Jackson have been
Dory
going
Jackson,
back and
yeah.
forth on
And then
who's
obviously you
getting
got
first team.
Quinyon, who's got that lockdown corner spot #1.
Yeah, Quinyon ain't going anywhere. He's
Yep.
not getting upplanted from his outside corner spot. No one's gonna threaten that for him probably for a long time. But there is the possibility that outside of maybe Keely Ringo and Dory Jackson, that you could see Cooper DeJean be the other outside corner.
Yeah, is he playing slot or nickel?
So I've seen him, they've used him in a lot of different ways so far this training camp. I mean, Vic Fangio has come out and said that he wants to get Cooper DeJean into the base package, into the base 3-4, so out of the nickel. And he said one of the ways to do that would be to either make him the second outside corner or to make him potentially the second safety starting opposite Reed Blankenship.
I did hear about that safety, him and Reed Blankenship.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if they're going to do him and Reed, or they're gonna do
Sidney Brown and
Sidney
Reed.
Brown, because Makuba's injured right now.
Yeah,
So right now
and-
Sidney Brown's been getting the majority of the reps at the safety.
I think Makuba's missed what, like 3 practices in a row now?
Yeah,
Or
he
something
got
like that?
injured on the 3rd day of camp.
Yeah, so he's missed. Oh no, so that would make him up to what, like 5 or 6 days of practice now that he's missed.
Yeah, I don't know how long practice has been going on. Not that long though. I know
And
that.
I think 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
So it's been probably 5 or 6 practices he's missed out on, and I mean that's huge for a rookie coming in.
Exactly,
to be
yeah.
missing these early
To
practices.
getting injured already.
So it doesn't really. I mean, I don't really think it tells you anything about him as like a player or anything. Like, I don't really think it's going to be something where you're looking at him and going, "Oh, well, he's going to have these big injury concerns and all that stuff." But it's definitely not what you want to see. That your 2nd round draft pick is, missed 5 or 6 days of practice already, and we're 2 days away from the first preseason game.
Obviously, you
And-
want to see him in the preseason game to start.
Right, but you don't even know if he's going to be available to play. So, and if he is available to play, you don't even know what he knows in the playbook. If he's actually going to be out there to go out and execute plays that
Exactly. I don't know how
because
long
he hasn't practiced.
I
So,
don't see where he's gonna be at.
yeah,
Because who knows how long he's gonna be out for.
I mean, it doesn't seem like it's like a serious injury or anything. So I would imagine that he'll be ready for week 1. I haven't seen anything that would point otherwise that
Yeah,
he wouldn't be ready for
but
the opening game.
Obviously, you're gonna want to see him in the preseason
Yeah.
stuff. See how he does.
And I imagine the Eagles want to take a look at him too during, some live game action. It's not like he's, some guy that was the consensus number 1 overall pick where it's like you just set him in your lineup and forget about it. I'm sure they want to be able to see and evaluate, where he's at, where he needs to be, how we can get him there. It's going to be hard to do that if he's not going to be able to take the field. But hopefully he's able to, get back soon, get back healthy. But do you think that it's surprising that Thomas Booker is the guy that seemed to be on the outside looking in?
I think Thomas
for the-
Booker was just another death piece, really.
I mean, he did have a couple of sacks last year. He had a couple of good moments, I feel like, for the Eagles.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad, but I think just because we have so much depth right there in that
Mhm.
that
Well, yeah, you got Carter, Davis, Ty Robinson now, Moro Jomo.
Jomo, yep.
So that's 4 guys right there that are ahead of him in the depth chart. But yeah, I was just kind of like, oh wow, Thomas Booker got traded. That I was like, wow, I remember hearing his name a decent amount last year. So hopefully they're able to.
And who knows?
You know.
Who knows about even like Jalix Hunt? Like,
Yeah, but he's not defensive tackle.
yeah,
He's a edge guy that might be able to play a little bit of hybrid linebacker, kind of like Jahad Campbell does. But oh yeah, the other thing I want to talk about: Jahad Campbell is officially off of the injured list and is going
is
to
a
be ready for week 1,
really good thing. I think we see him in the first preseason game too.
which is insane. The fact that they were like, oh yeah, he might not even be able to put pads on until the end of August, and now you're telling me that August 5th he's ready to play week 1.
He's already ready
That's
to
nuts.
play. We'll definitely see him in preseason.
Yeah, I don't know how long you're going to see him for in preseason. It'll probably be a couple of series, I would
Because
imagine.
if he's getting first team reps,
Yeah,
him and Bond for the linebackers.
but I did see Bond was sitting with an injury yesterday too. I don't know about today. I wasn't able to, look at anything before we came in. But Bond was out, I think, yesterday and potentially the day before with some type of back issue. So hopefully that's not anything too serious that's going on there. But I saw Trotter Jr. and Smile Mondin were getting first team reps yesterday.
That's good.
So, I mean, hey, if you got potentially 5 guys that you're confident that you can roll out at linebacker, that is very different than the Eagles
perfect
we've seen in the past.
Yeah.
Where you had,
we've seen a lot.
you had guys like Nicholas Morrow and frickin' who was his?
Who was that one? Nate Jerry.
Yeah, Nate Gary.
Nate Jerry.
Oh, who was the dude that they traded for from Jacksonville? Shaq Leonard that they
Yeah.
released after like 3 games. Like,
I feel like they had Devin White at one point.
yeah, they signed Devin White, and I don't even think he played a single game for them before they cut him.
No, yeah, I think they cut him or he retired or something.
So, yeah, I mean, this is definitely different. That we've never really seen the Eagles with 5 linebackers that you can be like, all right, I'm pretty comfortable with all 5 of those guys on this team. Like, so if that's where they are now, where the fact that they're able to take positions that have been weak points for them and be able to roll out 5 guys that you can go, hey, this is a lot better than what we've been able to produce for our linebackers in the past. I'd say that's pretty good.
I think the Eagles have perfect
for the future.
linebacker depth. They have a lot of depth on the defense, really.
Yeah, and that is something you didn't really see prior to Vic Fangio. I feel like you didn't really see.
I think Vic Fangio's been a great addition.
Yeah.
As a defensive coordinator for this team,
and he's definitely been able to convince Howie that linebackers are an important position. Especially given the fact that they took Campbell in the first round.
And we've seen it, yeah. And there was their priority to re-sign Bond, and look what happened. We got him back, and he's been amazing.
So, I mean, Eagles are probably going to have a very good season this year. I don't really think that they're going to be slowing down at all. So, I'm definitely looking forward to what they're able to do.
Even with the schedule that they have, I still don't think they slow down at any point.
I still think they get at least 11 wins. 11 to 12 wins is what I have them.
Yeah, I'm still thinking at 13 to 14. I mean, you're going to give the Cowboys a beatdown on Thursday night, so we know that's going to happen.
They do have a lot of tough road games, though, this year. So playing away from the Lynx is going to be hard this
Kansas
season.
City's going to be hard, but we've played good at Kansas City. We beat them on Monday night.
And, they are definitely good enough where you look at the talent on paper, you don't really think that you're going to be heading into many games going, yeah, this is a loss just based off the talent. You're going to be factoring in the fact of like, oh, well, it's week 6 and they don't have a loss yet. Or, because no team is going to go perfect. So,
yeah,
it's not
it's week 6 and the Giants are 0-5. Oh, we should steamroll the Giants. But if we're playing the Giants, I think week 18 is against Washington and like, where you already have the NFCs locked down, like, yeah, we might lose that game if we're just going to start Tanner McKee. So,
I mean, they might still potentially be playing for seeding, though, at that point, even if they have the division locked down.
If like, the Lions or who else, like the 49ers somehow have another good season where they could lock down, like, the 1 seed, but if the Eagles have the 1 seed down locked in week 17, then
I could also see the Rams potentially making a step
Rams,
forward
I feel
this year.
like they have a good receiver core now.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not like their defense is bad or horrible or anything.
No, they had
like
the defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of good other pieces on that defense too. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't really count the Rams out in the West. I honestly think that they probably have a better shot to make it than the 49ers do, just because the 49ers they lost Debo. They're probably going to lose Juwan Jennings as well. He's asked to be traded. So you got Brandon Ayuk, and then who else do you have as a wide receiver? I mean, I guess you got Ricky Pearsall.
Brandon Ayuk had a pretty bad season last year after getting paid. So,
and Juwan Jennings was their best receiver last year outside of Deebo Samuel, who got hurt. So if if Juwan Jennings is asking for a trade out because you don't want to give him a contract extension, then you're down 2 guys that were your top 3 pass catchers last year.
Yeah, because they already lost Debo, so.
Yeah, so, I mean, I wouldn't just mark them as like, oh, they're going to win the West. Especially with the Rams, and who knows what the hell is going to go on in Seattle this year with all the moves that all the changes
I don't know
did.
how well Sam Darnold's going to do, too.
I have no idea either. As a Seahawks fan, I wasn't really particularly happy about the move. I kind of would rather have just stayed with Geno and not given a contract extension. Because, I mean, hey, Geno's contract was going to be up at the end of this season. If Sam Darnold doesn't do well, guess what? You're stuck with him for
2 more years and paying him all that money.
Right, instead of just being like, oh, well, we can draft someone in, the draft this year or something. So I wasn't really too thrilled about the fact that they moved Geno and then signed Sam Darnold right afterward. But I guess it didn't make the team any worse. And
yeah, I don't know about the Seahawks.
Yeah, I
don't know.
Especially them trading away DK Metcalf.
They lost DK, yo.
But then bringing in Cooper Kupp. It's like, wow.
So they have JSN and Coop.
It just seems they made a lot of lateral moves, I feel like. And I don't even know if they saved that much money doing it. So I don't really know if there was like
I
an
don't know.
actual
Yeah,
logistical reason
we'll
for
have to
them doing
wait
it.
and see like how the NFC really shapes out after
I guess they just
the
didn't
first
want
few
to
weeks.
give DK the extension, but you signed Cooper Kupp to a big deal as well.
Yeah, I don't
So
know. I don't know if DK maybe was like bitching like
about the fact they're not
about
throwing to
something
him enough
else
or
or
something, but
something we don't know about. But
yeah, that I just found all of their offseason moves to be very weird. It was a very weird offseason for the Seahawks.
yeah, who knows what it's going to be like in that Western Division. So
Yeah, I mean all of those moves could work out and they could end up being potentially a 11-win team, or they could all
they could
backfire and only win 5 games.
Exactly.
Like, it could go really either way with
Yeah.
them. But the Eagles definitely have a good chance to lock up a first round bye, whether it's the number 1 or the number 2 seed. Oh wait, no, only the 1 seed.
only
gets
the
it.
one seed.
So yeah, as the 1 seed, they definitely do have a good chance. Especially now that Detroit's got both their coordinators who left, so I don't really anticipate them having 13 wins again. And it's hard to really look around the rest of the NFC and go, this is a team that I think could really stay with the Eagles all season, I feel like. You might have a couple of those teams, but it's not going to be easy for other teams around the NFC to knock the Eagles off that number 1 spot.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like.
thinking too. I
You
mean,
know?
the NFC is good, but
I can't definitively look at any roster and be like, they are a threat to the Eagles.
the Commanders might be a challenge, but
Yeah, but I still
I still
don't
think they can.
that
I
they're
still
ready
think they
yet.
can beat them.
You know?
I mean, Jaden Daniels is good, but he's playing with a retirement home.
And you also got...
He's also got Terry McLaurin, who ain't even going to play for them if he's bitching about a trade.
Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I do feel like probably they're going to get a deal done, because...
He's been with them at like the lowest. Like, I feel like he deserves that money in Washington.
Well, it's also like, if you're going to trade him away on a team that's trying to get into the playoffs again and trying to dethrone the Eagles, then why are you trading away your best wide receiver?
Because aren't you trying to dethrone the Eagles as well? Like,
yeah,
it don't make any sense. So
I don't think they're going to trade him away. I think they're probably going to get a deal done. Whether or not that's going to be sometime soon, I have no idea.
Hey, because if he holds out and he doesn't get a deal done to the end of training camp, like,
Right.
that's bad.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's definitely on Washington to get it done sooner than later, and I do think that they will probably end up paying him what he wants. But I just have a hard time seeing them trading him away when they're going for a division title win themselves.
This is this is the most competitive they've been in a while.
Yeah,
so.
and it's not like they really have anyone behind Terry McLaurin that can step up. I mean, who was their second best wide receiver last year? Noah Brown?
Noah Brown, yeah.
Like some guy that was cut by the Dallas Cowboys the season prior? Like, that's not really...
I don't really think they're going to do fantastic. And
yeah.
Debo's obviously an upgrade, but he's not going to be the successor to Terry McLaurin.
No, Terry McLaurin's still younger than Debo Samuel, isn't he?
Yeah.
Debo is what, like 31? T-Mac is 20.
Yeah, no, they should definitely pay him.
So, yeah, I mean, I think they probably will pay him. I just don't see how they are going to, get to where they want to be, and that's knocking off the Eagles in the division if they trade him away.
Yeah, which I don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, so they're going to have to pay him.